Hey guys, what's up? Tim Avery here with Visual Testaments. Had a dream last night, and I wanted to share that with you guys. And before we get into that dream, if you hit like, subscribe, and share this video, because we have lots of different types of things that are on here that would be beneficial to you, I believe. We have a lot of testimonies and things like that on here that you can share. You can check those out. But when we get into this dream, I just wanted to share that with you before I forget to tell you that. So anyways, but this dream, as I always say, was weird. But in a sense, it was awesome because it was a dream about me and my wife, in the sense that we were dancing in this dream and we were competing. I don't know if it was like competitive, like dream, like competitive dancing, like with other competitors, but I just know we were in a competition, and I just didn't see any other competitors, but we were in a competition. So let me just tell you about this dream because it was interesting. So my wife and I, if you can just imagine, I'll set the scene. So we were in it seemed like it was like a gymnasium of some sort, like at a high school. You know, they had like the bleachers on one side, like those wooden pull-out bleachers. You know what I'm talking about? And like a wooden floor that, you know, like for basketball players, whatever. And so my wife and I were just sitting and waiting for our turn to dance. And they call us up, and then like we were getting like all these big cheers, and like people are like excited for us to come up to dance and stuff like that. And I remember in my mind like just kind of going through the routine, like getting up ready to dance. And so the interesting thing is that my wife, she was ready to go. She was all dressed, and she had what she had needed to have on. And we get up, and I remember laying down this this red silk sheet, I guess is what I was is the best way I can say it, just like as a prop for our dance or something. So I just like fluffed that thing out. You know, you roll the thing out and just kind of lay it, and I was like lay it down. And when I did that, people were like excited. Like that was like the best thing since sliced bread. It was like the most, you know, loud cheer that I can think of. I thought that was amazing. Anyway, so I laid it down, you know, because I was thinking all these other people that were competing had all these elaborate dances and stuff like that. And here I am just laying down this simple red silk type sheet on the ground for us to kind of be a part of our dance thing. And so I laid that down, and, you know, I looked at my wife, you know, kind of, you know, in our dance position to get started, you know, let them cue the music. And so they cue the music, and then we start dancing, you know, and my wife kind of is like dancing on top of this, starts dancing on top of this silk sheet, you know, and I'm like walking her alongside as part of the dance routine, is like walking alongside her as she's walking across the silk sheet. And we're dancing, and people are cheering, hooting and hollering, and there's lots of dance moves that I mean, I can't even try to explain that, but just imagine, just, you know, simple dance routine, but like people are like just going nuts about it. And so we sit down after our dance. Oh, I gotta tell you this part of this dream real quick. There was a part in this dream that just hit me right now. The Holy Spirit was just showing me, is like just as a remembering thing, that like there was a part of this dance. My wife, she had like you never ever see those quick change dancers. My wife was dancing, and she was spinning, and as she was spinning, like her dress like changed colors and like changed like style, like just like that. And people were like just nuts about that. And she turned, and I dipped her, and then that was the end of the dance routine. And so it was really interesting. And so, you know, we wave at the people as we sit and walk back down to our seats, where we're sitting in the front, like the front row of the bleachers. You know how they kind of like stack up and go up. We were kind of at the bottom tier of the bleachers and sat down, and people are cheering and all that stuff. And anyway, so the judges were in the stands, obviously, and they were tallying up scores and things like that, and they were you know, they were sharing amongst each other comments and things like that. And so I guess the way this scoring went, or the voting went, however you want to put that, is that like the judges have their score and take on the dance routine, and then the crowd has their, you know, their score and take, whatever. And so some of the judges stood up, and they were like, hey, I'm going to show the audience our scores. And that they couldn't show us, but they could show the audience the score. So they would have like this little placard or something, and they would, like, you know, show the scores to the audience, and the audience was like, yes, you know, and to one of the judges, like, and then one of the other judges were like, dude, really, that's what you're going to give them? That's kind of a over the top score for that simple routine. I guess one of the judges weren't that impressed. I mean, they thought it was a good routine, but like not that impressed to get that high of a score or whatever. And so so that judge that was like kind of not sure if like that was the deserving score was like, hey, we have some dance experts in the audience here, and that are like have been to college and all that stuff or dance. Let's just ask them an unbiased opinion about their dance moves. And so so they asked them, and the guys were like, yeah, I mean, they had this type of dance moves, these dance moves. I mean, it was legit. I mean, they did great. I can't say that they didn't do anything wrong or whatever. And so we got that back. They got that supportive viewpoint. And so the crowd was just kind of going nuts, and they're like excited and stuff like that. And then so I'm trying to think of the other part of the dream. I think I'm just thinking. I think that was it on that dream, because we didn't know what our score was, and we didn't know kind of the outcome of that. Oh, no. Okay, there was another part of the dream. And so the other part of the dream was the judge had then asked me and was like, hey, so was that real? Was that a real dance move, or like was that a real routine or something? And I was kind of puzzled, like, well, what do you mean real? And he was like, was your dance real? I was like, well, I mean, it told the story of my wife and I, how we met. And like, so in the beginning, I was kind of explaining to him like our dance routine, the progression of our dance routine. And I was saying, so the beginning of the dance routine is like when we met. We had met, and we met at a club and stuff like that. Some of you guys know our story. We met at a club, and that's how we started dancing. And then there's a point in the dance where it illustrated like how we committed our lives to Christ, and God cleaned us up and started using us for ministry and stuff like that. So there's parts of that, and I was just explaining to him our dance progression of the whole dance routine, and he was like, all right, I can see that, and he was just kind of agreeing, and like he was being like convinced of that. And so but other than that, that was the dream. And so yeah, that was it. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. But that was a dream. So if you feel like if you're getting like some kind of prophetic instance of that dream, or you want to share what you think about that dream, love to hear that and share that. That'd be great. I know some people might come on here and say, "Oh, it's just a dream. Dreams don't mean anything," and they'll have their comments of like, "Well, interpretive dancing is interpretive dancing," or something stupid like that. So just whatever. If you have something funny you want to say, fine, whatever. But we're just looking for some people who would want to share what they got prophetically from that, and that's totally fine. And so, like I said, like, share, subscribe to the videos if you like what we're producing on here. I'd love to hear what you guys think, and see you guys on the next one.